So when Gearbest offered to send these in for review, I knew I had to try them out. The spec sheet and features looked promising, and in all honesty I can't say no to a pair of headphones that looks well built. So, do they live up to my expectations? Let's find out.
Inside the box you'll find your standard user manual, plus a really welcome hard carrying case for the headphones. Together with those you get a series of cables including your standard 3.5mm, Y-audio, TALK and micro USB. Overall a pretty neat package, which is what you'd expect at their price point.
The design looks actually a tad bit different than what I expected from the photos, but I still like it.
The hinges are made out of metal and they feel really solid. They can extend and fold up, and I'm a fan of this curved shape which I hadn't really seen before. These other metal-like accents on the ear caps are plastic on the other hand, which is a bummer because actual metal would have made their value much higher in my opinion. In terms of input you'll find a multi-purpose button, a volume rocker, a 3.5 jack, a micro USB port and a microphone.
The cushions on the ear cups are stiffer than I'd like, and the same applies to the top, which results in me needing to take them off every 45 minutes or so. Of course, that might just be me. As I've already said in other reviews, I have a fairly large head, so if that's not the case for you, you're likely going to have a much better experience than mine. Overall, the build quality is solid, and you find all of the ports and buttons you need, so let's move on to sound.
As I've come to expect from any pair of headphones that's not designed for audio monitoring, the Bluedio vinyl put more emphasis on the lows and less on the mids.
It's not unbearable or anything, it's just a bit more bass heavy than I'd like, but then again it's a matter of taste.
Depending on your personal preferences and your favorite genres, you could actually find this feature welcome. Other than that, the sound is solid too. They don't distort noticeably at any frequency nor volume, they get really loud, and the passive isolation provided makes for an enjoyable listening experience in all environments.
Soundstage is not particularly good, as it's often the case with closed-back headphones, which is why they added a 3D sound mode.
I think that basically all it's doing is adding some reverb in a fancy way, but nonetheless it works quite well. It doesn't feel super natural, but it's one of those things that I keep turning on from time to time.
A bonus feature that can often come handy is the music sharing.
Basically you connect to your phone via Bluetooth, and then you can use the aux jack as an output to plug in other headphones. It's really cool to use and it makes it super easy to share music or movies with someone else while traveling.
Finally, battery life and connectivity are both really solid.
I can give you an exact number for battery life, but it's over 12 hours for sure, which is really welcome if you travel a lot. Besides, you've always got the 3.5 jack as a backup. Connectivity is nice and stable, even in relatively crowded spaces. I can freely move around a room or two, let's say 10 meters with one wall in between, and they'll keep playing with no problem. So, in conclusion, are they worth it? Coming in around $100 or less, as these often go on sales, they're a solid deal. Build quality is solid, you get a few handy accessories, good sound, good connectivity, and an overall well-rounded package.
So that will do for today. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more tech reviews like this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, this was Joe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.